Early this month, a boy in Kerala died of a brain-eating amoeba infection. He was infected through contaminated water in Alappuzha. Separately, in the last few months, there have been 10 deaths in the state due to H3N2 and influenza A virus spread from infected pigs to humans. Leptospirosis and dengue cases are also on the rise in the state with 17 and 27 deaths respectively. And the numbers are growing. So why is Kerala home to all viral diseases? There are three major reasons. First, high population. Kerala is a highly populated state. According to 2018 census, the state's population came to 3.48 crores. Higher the number, higher the chance of transmittable cases. When the Nipah outbreak was first reported in 2018 in Kozhikode and Malappuram districts, we saw how fast the number of cases and deaths spiked. Malappuram is the most populated district in Kerala. Second, climatic factors. In the last 4 months, diseases in Kerala have spiked as the monsoon hit the state. Take the case of brain-eating amoeba. It was due to contaminated water. This rare infection is waterborne. The disease-causing microbe enters the body through the nasal cavity and causes fatal brain infection. This does not spread from person to person, but only through still contaminated water. Its mortality rate is extremely high. Kerala's health department, however, says that there is nothing to worry about and infection happens very rarely. But in case if it happens again, we still continue to mourn and move on. And reason number 3, tourism. Tourism is one of the major sources of income in the state and also a cause for infections. For example, let's go to the COVID years. Do you know which is the first state in India to report the case? Kerala. On January 27, 2020, a 20-year-old girl who had traveled from Wuhan in China showed up at the emergency department in Thrissur General Hospital with a dry cough and a sore throat. 3 days later, she was diagnosed with COVID-19, marking the first known case of the disease in the state as well as the country. Up till March 25, 2020, when India went into a lockdown, people could travel in and out of Kerala. These two contributed to the rise in infections. Dr. T. Jacob John, who is the head of Department of Clinical Virology at the Christian Medical College in Vellore, said that the problem of transmittable diseases and the spike in their numbers will continue until the state government can bring a proper system to detect the cluster of diseases in real time. According to him, there should be a long-term policy to control communicable diseases that are autonomous of all political parties. Thankfully, Kerala has a high detection rate. Despite that, cases continue to spike due to lack of awareness. While there is a strong surveillance system in the state, there are no cells to continuously monitor the system. A cell that monitors and investigates the outbreaks. But could a monitoring cell actually help eradicate the diseases? According to Dr. Radhakrishnan Nair, who is a senior microbiologist at the Rajiv Gandhi Center for Biotechnology in Thiruvananthapuram, said that the trend of increasing cases seems to continue mainly because of two reasons. First, lifestyle changes. Nowadays, people consume foods that are imported, packaged and frozen, which are ready to eat and ready to cook. Then there are these common areas. People living in apartment complexes use common swimming pools that are cleaned once in a while to bring about diseases like hepatitis A and B in the state. Second, migration. As per the reports, Kerala hit 1 lakh mark of COVID-19 cases in 2020, out of which almost 90% was through the local contacts. The major impact of the pandemic was through the most vulnerable sections, the interstate workforce. Labour Department record shows there are 2.5 to 3 million migrant labourers in Kerala across agriculture, construction and fishing sectors. And in 2020, the state witnessed the spread of COVID-19 like wildfire in these sectors. Major reason, lack of quarantine spaces. Both Dr. John and Dr. Nair believe that the only solution to eradicate such contagious diseases is through a mechanism that detects the disease concurrently. Otherwise, there is a high chance of re-emergence of these cases. What do you think? Do you also feel the same about this issue? Do let me know in the comments below. This is Meera Nair and you're watching India Today SoSouth.